we're going to move to the Raspberry Pi. So as we saw in the introductory video, so there is mainly two solutions. The first was the E4O, so we had this overview. And the second is the E4O coupled with the Raspberry Pi. So before proceeding, I will just show you this video about what is the Raspberry Pi.
What is a Raspberry Pi? This little device is a Raspberry Pi, but what is it exactly, and what can you do with it? By the way, this is also a Raspberry Pi. This is a model that integrates a keyboard. This model integrates the same functionality as the previous one. However, it is currently a bit more expensive. This is why we will focus on this model. So a Raspberry is a very small computer, which you can hold in your hand. It's smaller than your average smartphone, and it's often called a microcomputer. Like a computer, you can install Linux and use it to browse the web, edit text, watch videos, and any other standard uses. Like a mobile phone, the Raspberry Pi has the ability to create a Wi-Fi network which users can connect to in order to download the information stored in the Raspberry. Finally, as for a server, you can install your own applications, for example, a website generator like WordPress. In this video, we will mainly focus on Moodle, the most commonly used learning platform. Now that you have a better idea of the capabilities of the Raspberry, let's take a look at its connectivity. It can sometimes be overwhelming with all the cables and ports. So to better understand the connectivity, let's see them one by one. First, we have one power source, either USB Mini or USB-C. Like your mobile phone, you can connect it using a plug, through a computer with a USB port, or through a power bank. Then we have the HDMI port, which you can use to connect the Raspberry to a screen to show video output. The audio jack is the sound output to connect to your earphones. You have an Ethernet connection to connect to internet with the help of an Ethernet cable and a router. Even though there is no port associated to Wi-Fi, the Raspberry Pi can also connect to the internet through the Wi-Fi, or use the Wi-Fi to create a hotspot. You also have 4 USB ports for your accessories, like a mouse or a keyboard. Finally, if we turn the Raspberry round, you will see a SD reader and a memory SD. It's a bit like the memory of your mobile phone, where you can install a system or stock files. In our example, we will install Moodle, which will be our e-learning platform. It will allow us to structure courses with videos, text, images, and quizzes. What's novel about the Raspberry Pi is that your learners can access all its content offline. No need for an internet connection.
So we're gonna see what is Moodle and what is Moodlebox, and a bit the difference between those two. What is Moodle and what is a Moodlebox? In order to understand what is a Moodlebox, it is first important to better understand what is Moodle. Moodle is often called a learning management system, short LMS. This fancy word just means that Moodle is a pedagogical tool to improve learning online. This is a typical Moodle page of the course about how to set up Moodle boxes. Moodle will, for example, allow you to create a course structure with sections. Here, preparation, or units. Here, how to create a Raspberry Pi imager. If we click in our unit, we will see the core content of the course. A teacher can alternate text, images, and video to structure its course content. In the same way, teachers create their quizzes where learners can practice. So Moodle is an e-learning platform that facilitates digital learning. But then, what is Moodlebox? Moodlebox is just a Raspberry where Moodle is installed. Together, they improve aspects like offline connection. You can connect without the need of internet. Portability. You can carry it in your pocket with a power bank. And affordability. Probably one of the least expensive computer you can find. So installation of Moodle in the Raspberry. So a bit technical, but it's not too technical, and I think most people can do these operations. Installation of Moodle in the Raspberry, sometimes called Moodlebox. You will need a computer, internet connection, and a SD miner with sometimes a SD adapter. We're going to install Raspberry Pi Imager. Raspberry Pi Imager allows you to install applications like Moodle. There is many other applications you can install. And there is also other ways you can install Moodlebox into your memory card. However, this is one of the most user-friendly installation. So first you have to open your browser. So it could be Chrome, it could be Edge, it could be Firefox. So I'm gonna open Chrome. You type in Raspberry Pi Imager as it is here. Generally it will be one of the first results. So I have Raspberry Pi OS. Click on it and you have this download for Windows. I will download it. In here I have the image and I will just look at it. This is it. So I will double click to download it. I'll click yes and install. And as soon as I finish, this will open a new Raspberry Pi imager. So you've successfully installed the image. Creation of a Moodle image on the SD memory. You will need a computer with a SD reader, but you can also have a SD adapter in a USB shape. Normally you should already have installed Raspberry Pi Imager that we will also use in this video. So first, let's open Raspberry Pi Imager that you have previously installed. Here it is. So I will click on open. I will say yes. So I'm going to choose OS. So I have to scroll down, order specific purpose OS, and scroll down more, Moodlebox, and I choose Moodlebox for the last version. Then I choose storage. I will choose, this is my SD mini. So I click right, and it's telling me that the SD will be erased totally, and I'm sure to continue. I'm going to click yes. So be sure to have everything out. It will be even better if you have a blank SD, a new one. When it's finished, this message appears and you can now click continue and remove your SD card. When you're done, you can safely remove your SD adapter put your SD card on it. Remove the SD from the adapters. We don't need them anymore. Put your SD into the Raspberry Pi. Plug your Raspberry Pi to electricity. And now, every time you will start your Raspberry Pi with your SD memory, it will start directly on Moodle. More exactly, on the Moodlebox. And let's see an overview of the Moodlebox. Put your SD into the Raspberry Pi. Plug your Raspberry Pi to electricity. So when you have your Raspberry running and you have installed the Moodle image on the Raspberry, on Windows to connect to the Wi-Fi, you have to come here and choose your network. But the idea is pretty much the same. So I will come here and I will look for the Moodlebox network. Here called Moodlebox. Click on it. So the password is Moodlebox. You can change the password later. All small cap. When you have done that, you can open your browser. Here I will use Chrome. And you will type http moodlebox.home and enter. We are now in the Moodlebox and we have to sign in as admin. So I will use the username Moodlebox and the password is Moodlebox $4. Because it's our first connection, it is normal that it will take a little bit more time. There is no cookies register yet. And here we are as a admin administrator on the Moodlebox. This is a brand new Moodlebox without modification. So this is now a fully Moodle installation, which means that you can use all the tutorials about Moodle and how to use Moodle to better grasp what is the Moodlebox and how you can use it.